welcome to another episode of Hop Radio. I'm AJ.
I'm Sonia.
Sonia, what kind of beer are we doing today?
Today we're going to do a Baltic Porter from Tenaya Creek.
Oh, that's great. Tell me, what makes a Baltic Porter different than a regular porter?
Baltic Porters tend to be a cross between a traditional English porter and a Russian Imperial Stout. So you're going to have probably a lighter body, a little more sweetness, and generally speaking, a higher alcohol content.
Porter was a more generic term in England. Baltic Porters were primarily being made for export in London, being exported to Russia. So that's kind of where that crossover comes from.
ABV is 9%.
Tenaya Creek, where are they out of?
Nevada. My last experience with this beer, I've never had this beer before.
Oh, you haven't? Well, I've had this beer before. Oh, that's some really great carbonation right there. That's a pretty beer.
Nice head retention, really dark color, can't see through that at all. No way.
I would say the aroma right now is more in style with like a nut brown ale rather than a porter. A little bit higher in the malts than maybe your regular porter. I don't get any hops from this right away. Cheers. That's smooth.
That is delicious.
Big, rich mouthfeel, creaminess, almost like a pudding or something like that. Really fills up all the mouth. And the carbonation, it's nice compact bubbles, really helps push the flavor along without making it too overbearing.
Very low on the bitterness scale. Very nice, easy, clean finish. So it comes on with a pretty strong mouthful. It's pretty heavy. It does coat your entire palate. You get a lot of flavors coming out of there, and then it finishes really nicely. Not a lot that lingers there. Maybe a little bit of the toastiness in the back of the tongue. But other than that, it's Nevada.
While hops isn't prevalent in this is obviously very malt driven. We're getting caramel, toasty, coffee notes, things like that. But you can tell by the fact that it's not overly sweet, and there is a little bit of crispness in the background. So you know there are some hops involved in here. Just all around a very nice, well-balanced beer. Maybe not the perfect beer for the time of year right now. It is like 90 degrees outside. Actually, no, I'll take that back. Maybe on a cool summer night.
Because it finishes so nice and so clean, I think you could actually have this on a warm day if you're feeling like a darker beer.
And we're drinking this at a mid-temperature right now, but I think it wouldn't hurt the flavor too much if you took it down a few degrees. What's the ABV on this, Sonia?
9%.
Wow. Does not taste like it at all. High on the drinkability scale.
Very high.
Let's talk about some points. Sonia.
It got 89% on Beer Advocate and 3.5 stars on Untapped.
3.5 out of 5. That does seem a little low. Well, obviously, the people at Untapped didn't get hugged enough or something like that. They're not showing the love. We're going to show the love. 1, 2, 3,
9.
8.5. You know what? I'll go 9. I think that's the highest Sonia's ever gone. I'm going to say yes.
I love this beer. It's what I call a buzz beer. I definitely heard word about this beer before I ever got my hands on it. And you know what? It doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, anytime you guys can get your hands on anything from Tenaya Creek, I've loved everything. Browns and stouts and porters, styles that I generally stay away from, and I am a huge fan of everything they've put out.
Please subscribe, leave comments, follow us on Instagram at The Hop Radio. Tell us what you think. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any beer suggestions, we would love to take those too. But most importantly, guys, enjoy your beer.
Enjoy your beer.
You all right there, AJ?
Give myself a little mustache.
Oh, how cute.